What's up, family? Back again. And if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Today I have Jeremy Corbell, a UFO expert, issuing a chilling warning. Let's find out what it is.
I want to find out about the UFOs and anything having to do with UFO or related material. And we're going to be releasing a lot of things that we haven't. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Many historic developments in a story that I've been working on for 5 years, but our next guest has been working on for much longer. So let's start here. My interest was piqued when Barack Obama said this in 2021.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air.
I was so curious about that, so I asked the only man I knew at the time who could possibly help.
President Obama says
Is this a joke?
that there is footage and records of objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomenon. And he says we don't know exactly what they are.
Yeah, we all know that there's unknown aerial phenomena in the sky. There's unknown submersive phenomena in the waters. This ain't no secret so far. Give us something we could use other than the ex-president.
What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you.
Not very helpful, Joe.
Good answer.
I haven't had a chance to ask Barack Obama, and it had been eating at me, and then he said something else.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51.
If the last president couldn't help us with answers about aliens, maybe this one could. Spoiler alert, he did. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information.
Jeremy Corbell is an investigative journalist and the co-host of the Weaponized podcast.
Hold on. You don't know if they're real or not, but he gave classified information. That's the answer right there.
He knows more about this than anybody, and the new movie about him, Sleeping Dog and UFO Disclosure, is excellent.
Hold on, Jeremy Corbell.
He knows more about this than anybody.
Yeah.
So aliens are real.
I'm
Well, I
sorry.
don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information.
Jeremy
Shame.
Corbell is an investigative journalist and the co-host of the Weaponized podcast. He knows more about this than anybody, and the new movie about him, Sleeping Dog and UFO Disclosure, is excellent. I watched it yesterday. Jeremy, there are 46 videos that Congress wants the Pentagon to declassify. The Pentagon missed the deadline to do it, but will these 46 videos be convincing enough to have Americans saying, I have no doubts aliens have visited Earth?
You know, I think that these are data points. I think these 46 videos are really important. I think the American public should be able to see them, and so does Congress. They specifically identified these 46 videos because they know that these videos exist. They are designated UAP by our own military and intelligence services. I have been exposed to a number of these. In fact, George...
UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomena. It used to be unidentified aerial phenomena. Now they're saying it's unidentified anomalous phenomena. I mean, I don't know if that encompasses everything, like what's going on in our oceans, or I don't know if that's a part of it too, but I just wanted to explain that's what he's talking about when he says UAP. Okay, let's far back.
By our own military and these videos exist. They are designated UAP by our own military and intelligence services. I have been exposed to a number of these. In fact, George Knapp and I provided that list to Congress. We've actually released some of those videos. So the American public is ready for this. Now, what it's going to tell us, what the end result is going to be, it's another data set of footage the American public can look at. But here is what I know for fact, Peter. There are machines, there are craft of unknown origin that fly with impunity in a restricted airspace, and our government has been assessing this as a national threat for decades. The jig is up. People now know UAP are real. But what are UAP? Who are flying these machines? Who made these machines that can outpace, outmaneuver, and outperform our greatest warfighters? That's the question.
And so you were just talking about this. We've got video that we can put up on the screen. One of the videos that your sources helped you guys get out of a government vault. It is
That's
a
Tic Tac.
UAP over Syria in 2021 flying at an impossible speed, demonstrating instantaneous acceleration. This is the video. A lot of people will look at this and say, well, it could be China, it could be Russia, it could be somebody else. But when you see this and the other videos, some of the 45 other videos that you have seen, what do you think?
Yeah, look, we do not have the capability, unfortunately, for instantaneous motion. The idea of inertial effect and what would happen, this is baffling to the intelligence community. What George and I put out, it is their analysis that this is demonstrating, this craft, which is not aerodynamic. When you look at this video, it instantaneously shoots off to the right once the Reaper drone got a weapons-grade lock on it. So its ability to maneuver is far beyond anything that China, Russia, or the US has. Look, this is a known secret on the inside. It's an open secret that UAP are real and that they're able to evade sometimes detection, but absolutely our weaponry. And it's an issue because they are oftentimes loitering over sensitive critical infrastructure within the United States. This is not me saying this. This has been admitted by our own administration and government. I think we're closer than ever. The intent is to bring the truth forward to the American public. We are closer than ever, and it's just got to be done now.
And my last question, we have 2 minutes left in the show. You've reported that some of these UFO files for generations have been kept secret even from sitting presidents. Who would have the power in this country to decide, if not the president, that the American people don't have a right to know about something so important like UFOs?
Right. This is game changing, and it's nature itself. It's not something that should be held back. And presidents have admitted that they have been held out from that information. Very famously, President Clinton talked about that. Not the first time he said a president's been lied to. Well, now the pressure is on. Congress is asking for these 46 videos. And if we've ever had an administration and a president that sees the public interest and would enact upon that for the people, it would be this sitting president. So I'm very encouraged at this moment. We have an opportunity. None of these have really been announcements. It's an opportunity now for the American public to understand.
Okay. So when President Kennedy was elected, I believe it was in 1960, when he was elected to be the president, Dwight Eisenhower was the president going out. And I know about this because one of my favorite movies to watch, I feel like it's a documentary. It's a movie, but it's more like a documentary, is the movie JFK by Oliver Stone. I like that movie because they really try to get you as close as they can to the facts and what happened when that president got what had happened to him. Y'all know it. But that's how come I know about this what I'm about to say. So John F. Kennedy was coming in and Dwight Eisenhower was going out. Okay. And that's something I hardly ever see now. A farewell address. Dwight Eisenhower gave a farewell address. He wanted to address the nation as, on his leaving and the new president coming in. He wanted to warn us about what he called the industrial military complex, or what they termed it back then, the industrial military complex. And at the time they were speaking about like generals and all of these companies, because, we as a country, we don't make helicopters and warplanes and all that. Independent companies do these things. So these are the people that Dwight Eisenhower was talking about at the time. He was speaking about how they were gaining a lot more power, and the power was unchecked. And if it continued this way, then we were going to have something out here, that what they call sometimes the deep state, or I like to call them the people that the president can't even control, the people that the president doesn't have any say so in the things they do. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a branch of, I wouldn't even call it a branch of government, because I believe that the government can't do anything with these people. But that's what they were talking about. That's what Dwight Eisenhower was talking about. He was talking about the military or the people who run all of this stuff, especially our war programs, was going to get out of control. But that just plays into these same people, because these same people are going to have their hands in everything. You know what I mean? There will be no way for us to check them. Okay. So I understand when they say the presidents were not aware or the presidents don't really know. When Barack Obama came out a couple months back and said what he said about aliens being real, but he hadn't seen them, you know, it was a lot of talk around that with the Skepstein files. They were saying, it was a lot of people around saying that he was only saying that, you know what I mean, because all of this other stuff going on, which I feel is a distraction also. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to talk about that on this channel about, you know, what people like Skepstein and them was doing. And I don't want to talk about that over here, but it is real. OK. And all I'm really saying is there are some people out here. There's an entity out here, a group out here of controllers, manipulators. We don't tell Lockheed and them what to do. We don't tell them, the people that make these jets and all that, we don't tell these people what to do. The people that make the weapons, we don't tell them what to do. We buy the weapons from them. And so, yes, what he's trying to say is aliens are real. They've been here a long time. And, you know, we should be taking this serious. That's what pretty much his message is. So that's all I want to say about that one, family. And if you stayed to this point, I appreciate you watching me and supporting me. And I that means everything to me, because I really, really got to work hard at this and get back into it. But this is going to be an all the time thing. So I'll catch y'all guys on the next one. So keep messing this up. I'm going to leave all this in here too. Family, like if you like the video, comment if you have anything to say, share with your friends if they are like-minded people. And subscribe to the channel for me. And I appreciate you. I'll catch you on the next one. Salute.